We all know the advice: eat your vegetables. It's the #1 rule of healthy eating, repeated by doctors, nutritionists, and our mothers for our entire lives. We fill our plates with green, leafy veggies, believing we are doing the best thing possible for our bodies. We feel virtuous with every bite of a fresh, green salad. But what if I told you that this universal advice has a hidden, dangerous flaw for anyone over 60? What if a vegetable you are eating every single day, one that is praised as a superfood, is secretly working against you? What if it is silently sabotaging your strength, draining your energy, and making it harder for you to maintain the muscle you need to stay independent and strong? This isn't a guess. This is based on solid scientific research. And this channel is different from all the others because we don't just make claims. We provide the proof. For every major point in this video, you will find the scientific references and study links waiting for you in the description below. You can check the facts for yourself. The problem lies in a group of natural compounds found in certain vegetables called goitrogens. Now, that's a funny-sounding word, but its effect is serious. These compounds got their name because they can affect the thyroid gland, which is sometimes called a goiter when it's enlarged. Your thyroid is like the thermostat and the master controller of your metabolism. It produces hormones, let's call them T3 and T4, that travel through your bloodstream and tell every single cell in your body how much energy to produce. When your thyroid is working well, your metabolic fire is burning bright. You have energy, you feel warm, and your body is efficiently using the food you eat to repair and rebuild tissues, including muscle. But here's where goitrogens come in. Their main job in these plants is to act as a natural defense against insects. But when we eat them, they can interfere with your thyroid's ability to do its job. They specifically make it harder for your thyroid to grab a crucial mineral it needs: iodine. Think of iodine as the unique key that starts the engine of your thyroid hormone factory. Goitrogens essentially hide that key. When your thyroid can't get enough iodine, it struggles to produce sufficient T3 and T4 hormones. Your metabolic thermostat gets turned down. Your internal fire starts to smolder instead of burn brightly. Let me give you an analogy. Think of your metabolism and muscle-building capacity as a powerful car engine. Thyroid hormone is the spark plug that makes the engine turn over. Every time you eat these specific raw vegetables in large amounts, it's like putting a little bit of water into your gas tank. At first, you might not notice. The engine still runs. But over weeks, months, and years, that water builds up. The engine starts to sputter. It loses power. It becomes sluggish and inefficient. You can press the accelerator, eat protein, exercise, but the response is weak. That loss of power is the slow, sneaky loss of muscle strength and energy that so many seniors experience. You're doing everything you're supposed to do, but you're still getting weaker. It feels like your body is betraying you. But the truth is, you might be unintentionally feeding it the wrong fuel. So I have a question for you. Could your healthy, vegetable-rich diet be the very thing that's secretly putting the brakes on your metabolism and slowly draining your strength away, bite by bite? I want you to think about this. What are the green vegetables you eat most often? Which one is an absolute staple in your kitchen? Take a moment and actually write one down in the comments below. Just type its name. This will help you become more aware. The #1 vegetable on our list is in almost every prepackaged, healthy salad mix. It's on the garnish at restaurants, and it's juiced in expensive health bars. But its hidden content of a specific goitrogenic compound is what makes it the primary suspect in the case of your shrinking muscles. In our last part, we talked about the silent muscle thief, goitrogens, and how they can slow down your thyroid and your entire metabolism, making it hard to maintain muscle. Now it's time to name names. It's time to reveal the first, and perhaps most surprising, vegetable on our list. I want you to picture the health food aisle. Think about the image of a perfectly healthy person. What are they holding? Very often, it's a big green leaf. That leaf is a kale. Yes, raw kale, the darling of the health world. Now, please hear me clearly. I am not saying kale is evil. It is packed with vitamins and antioxidants. But for a senior concerned about muscle loss, eating it raw and in large quantities every day is like using the wrong tool for a delicate job. You can still use it, but you have to be strategic. Kale belongs to a family of vegetables called cruciferous vegetables. This family also includes broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts. These vegetables contain those natural defense compounds we talked about, called glucosinolates. When you chop, blend, or chew raw kale, you are essentially breaking its cell walls. This action mixes the glucosinolates with a natural plant enzyme. This combination creates new, more active compounds. The two we are concerned with are isothiocyanates, which have cancer-fighting properties, which is good, and goitrogens, which are the problem for your thyroid. Here is the exact mechanism. The goitron molecules that are formed when you chew raw kale travel to your thyroid gland. Your thyroid is trying to grab iodine from your bloodstream to make its metabolism-regulating hormones. But the goitron molecules are shaped in a way that they can block that process. They compete with iodine. It's like two people trying to grab the same key from a table. If the goitron gets there first, the iodine is left behind, unused. Without enough iodine, your thyroid can't produce enough T3 and T4 hormone. As we learned, this turns down your metabolic engine. When your metabolism is slow, your body is less efficient at turning the protein you eat into new muscle tissue. The construction project has a power outage. The building materials are there, but the workers can't see well enough to build. This is a direct scientific link between a raw vegetable and impaired muscle growth. This is the critical detail that most health blogs and generic advice completely ignore. They just say, eat more kale, and stop there. They don't talk about dosage. They don't talk about preparation. They don't consider the senior body, which may already have a thyroid that isn't as robust as it once was. For a young, healthy person, a raw kale salad is probably fine. For a senior fighting sarcopenia, it can be like putting a lock on the door to your own metabolic factory. So let me ask you a direct question. When you eat your kale, are you doing it for a health boost, or is it unknowingly locking away the very metabolic keys you need to stay strong and independent? I want you to do something. If you have a bag of raw kale, a bunch of kale, or even a container of green juice with kale in your refrigerator right now, I want you to pause this video. Go to your fridge and look at it. Now you know there's more to the story. It's not just a superfood. It's a food that requires a smart strategy. Let me know you did this by simply typing kale in the comments below. We've uncovered the first vegetable, one that can slow your metabolic engine. But kale isn't the only one. There's a second starchy vegetable that is even more common in our diets. And it doesn't attack your thyroid. It attacks your muscles through a completely different and just as dangerous pathway: inflammation. We've just seen how raw kale can be a cruciferous culprit, slowing your metabolic engine by interfering with your thyroid. Now, we turn to a vegetable that is a staple in most households, a comfort food we've all eaten for years, the common potato. Specifically, we're talking about white potatoes, and we need to pay special attention to ones that are green, that have started to sprout eyes, or that are physically damaged. Like kale, potatoes have a natural defense system. They produce natural toxins to stop insects, fungi, and other pests from eating them. These toxins are called glycoalkaloids, ERD. The two main ones are oxalates and chiconine. You can't see or taste them in small amounts. But when a potato is stressed by exposure to light, which makes it turn green, or by age, which makes it sprout, the concentration of these glycoalkaloids shoots up dramatically. So how does a potato toxin lead to muscle loss? The mechanism is different from kale, but the end result can be just as damaging. It all starts in your gut. Your digestive system is not just a tube for processing food. The lining of your gut is an incredibly sophisticated barrier. It's designed to be semi-permeable, letting tiny, digested nutrients, like amino acids and sugars, pass into your bloodstream while keeping out larger, harmful substances like bacteria and toxins, the glycoalkaloids. In green or sprouted potatoes are like tiny wrecking balls for this delicate gut lining. They can poke microscopic holes in this protective barrier. When this happens, you develop what is often called a leaky gut. Imagine the wall of a fortress being breached. Undigested food particles, bacteria, and toxins that were supposed to stay inside the gut now slip through the holes and enter your bloodstream. Your immune system, which is always on patrol, sees these invaders and sounds a massive system-wide alarm. This alarm triggers a flood of inflammatory chemicals into your bloodstream. We're talking about substances with names like interleukin-6, IL-6, and tumor necrosis factor alpha, TNF-alpha. These are not just names. They are the signals for destruction. Chronic elevated levels of these cytokines are directly linked to muscle wasting, a condition known as cachexia. Here's the muscle-breaking analogy. When your body is in this state of high alarm, it's like there's a 5-alarm fire raging. In an emergency, you don't continue building a new wing on your house. You stop all construction and start tearing down nearby structures to create a fire break and get water. Your body does the same thing. The inflammatory fire alarm tells your body to stop the anabolic building processes, like muscle growth, and start catabolic breaking down processes. It actively breaks down muscle tissue to release amino acids for emergency energy and to fuel the immune system. You are literally burning your muscle for fuel to fight a fire that started in your gut. So, I want you to ask yourself, is that seemingly harmless potato on your plate secretly poking holes in your gut's defenses and fanning the flames of inflammation that are burning away your hard-earned muscle? This is a serious issue. The next time you're about to eat a potato or buy a bag of them, I want you to check them carefully. Look for any green tinge under the skin. Look for those white sprouts. If you see them, that potato is not your friend. It's time to throw it out. Let me know you're going to be a potato detective by commenting "check your spuds" below. We've now seen one vegetable that can slow your engine and another that can cause inflammatory fires. The third and final vegetable on our list is a real double agent. It pretends to be a mineral-rich health hero, but it carries a hidden weapon that directly blocks your ability to absorb the very minerals your muscles crave. We've uncovered 2 hidden saboteurs: raw kale, which can slow your metabolic engine, and green potatoes, which can ignite inflammatory fires that burn muscle. Now we come to the third vegetable, one that is often celebrated as one of the healthiest foods on the planet: raw spinach. Spinach is famous for making Popeye strong. It's loaded with vitamins, and it's especially praised for its high mineral content: iron, magnesium, and calcium. You'd think it would be the perfect food for building strong muscles and bones, right? Well, there's a catch. A big one. Spinach is also incredibly high in a natural compound called oxalic acid. When this acid binds to minerals inside your body, it forms crystals called our oxalates. This is where the problem for your muscles begins. The mechanism is all about theft. Oxalic acid is what we call an anti-nutrient. It doesn't poison you or cause inflammation like the potato toxins. Instead, its job is to rob you. As your digested spinach moves through your digestive tract, the oxalic acid acts like a powerful magnet. It has a very strong chemical attraction to positively charged minerals. So, when it encounters a molecule of calcium, magnesium, or zinc from your meal, it latches onto it and doesn't let go. It forms a new, stable compound: calcium oxalate, magnesium oxalate, zinc oxalate. Here's the critical part: your body cannot break apart this new compound. It cannot absorb these minerals when they are bound to oxalic acid. The minerals, which were once bioavailable and ready for use, are now locked away in an insoluble crystal. They pass straight through your digestive system and are excreted in your waste. You might as well have eaten a handful of sand. Why does this matter so much for muscle? Let's talk about those stolen minerals. Magnesium. This is arguably the most important mineral for muscle function. It is involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions in your body. It is essential for muscle contraction and relaxation. It acts as the spark plug that helps your body convert protein into muscle tissue. Without enough magnesium, your muscles are more prone to painful cramps, weakness, and they simply won't repair and rebuild effectively. Zinc. This mineral is a key player in your immune system and is crucial for the production of testosterone, a fundamental hormone for muscle growth in both men and women. Let's use a final analogy. Think of oxalic acid as a cunning thief working inside a bank vault, your gut. You make a deposit of gold bars, the minerals from your food. But as you leave, the thief, oxalic acid, secretly sticks to the gold bars, turning them into worthless heavy lead. You walk out of the bank thinking you're rich in minerals, but you've actually been robbed blind. Your muscles, waiting for their payday, get nothing. This is the ultimate bioavailability issue that other channels ignore. They will boast about the high magnesium content in spinach, but they never tell you that you might be absorbing less than 5% of it because of the oxalic acid lock. So, I have to ask, when you eat a big raw spinach salad, are you doing it for the minerals? Or is that spinach actually robbing your body of the very nutrients it desperately needs to stay strong, prevent cramps, and build muscle? If you're a spinach lover, don't panic. You don't have to give it up forever. I would never leave you without a solution. But you absolutely must change how you prepare it. If you want to know the simple 60-second cooking trick that neutralizes this oxalic acid problem and unlocks all those wonderful minerals for your body to use, let me know in the comments. Just type spinach. I'll see it. Knowing what to avoid is only half the battle. The real power comes from knowing what to do instead. In the final part, I won't just leave you with warnings. I'll give you the simple, powerful solutions, the cooking methods, and the smart vegetable swaps that protect your metabolism, calm inflammation, and ensure you absorb every last bit of muscle-building nutrition. We've been on a journey together, uncovering the hidden side of some common vegetables. We learned about raw kale and its goitrogens that can slow your thyroid, green potatoes and their inflammatory toxins that can break down muscle, and raw spinach and its oxalic acid that steals essential minerals. This might feel overwhelming. You might be looking at your plate and wondering, what on earth can I eat? But I want you to take a deep breath. This isn't about living in fear of food. This is about becoming empowered with knowledge. This is about moving from a generic, one-size-fits-all approach to a strategic, intelligent way of eating that supports your body after 60. You don't need to eliminate these vegetables. You just need to outsmart them. Let's go through the simple, powerful solutions for each one. First, for kale and cruciferous vegetables, like broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower. The solution is simple. Cook them. Heat is the key. Lightly steaming, boiling, or sautéing these vegetables significantly deactivates the specific plant enzyme that converts the harmless glucosinolates into the problematic goitrogens. By cooking your kale, you preserve most of the vitamins and antioxidants while neutralizing the primary threat to your thyroid function. You can still enjoy them, but now they are a support to your metabolism, not a burden. Second, for potatoes. The solution is smart selection and storage. Always store your potatoes in a cool, dark, and well-ventilated place. A pantry or a cupboard is perfect. Never leave them in a sunny spot on the counter. When you're choosing potatoes at the store or from your bag at home, be a detective. If a potato has a green tint to the skin, or if it has started to sprout those little eyes, it's time to let it go. Don't try to just cut the green part off. The toxin can spread. It's better to be safe. When in doubt, throw it out. Third, for spinach and other high oxalate greens, like Swiss chard. The solution, again, is cooking. The best method is blanching. This means dropping the spinach into boiling water for just 60-90 seconds and then immediately transferring it to ice water. Why does this work? Oxalic acid is water-soluble. When you boil the spinach, the oxalic acid leaches out from the leaves and into the water. When you drain that water away, you are draining away the mineral thief. What's left is spinach that is still rich in vitamins, but now its minerals are unlocked and ready for your body to absorb. But what if you love salads? You don't always want cooked greens? This is where smart swaps come in. Instead of raw spinach in your salad, try a butter lettuce, romaine lettuce, arugula, or red leaf lettuce. These are all low in oxalic acid and won't block your mineral absorption. Instead of a white potato, try a sweet potato. Sweet potatoes have a different chemical profile. They are not part of the nightshade family and do not produce solanine. Plus, they are packed with beta-carotene, which is a powerful anti-inflammatory. Let's look at the big picture, the synergistic protocol you now hold. By strategically cooking your kale, carefully selecting your potatoes, and blanching your spinach, you are doing three powerful things at once. You are protecting your thyroid and keeping your metabolic engine revved. You are sealing your gut and preventing inflammatory fires. You are unlocking mineral absorption, ensuring your muscles get the magnesium and zinc they need to contract and grow. This creates the perfect internal environment, the peace and abundance your body needs to maintain and build muscle tissue. This isn't about fear, it's about knowledge and strategy. You are now equipped to make intelligent choices that directly support your strength and vitality for years to come. And you can trust this protocol completely, because every recommendation in this video is grounded in trusted scientific research. For your own deep dive, we've compiled the key studies and sources. All links are waiting for you in the description below. If this video brought you value, if it helped you see your food in a new, empowering light, please do me a few small favors. It helps our community grow and allows us to help more people just like you. First, please give this video a thumbs up. That like button tells YouTube that this is important content. Second, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. We are building a library of these powerful, evidence-based protocols. And third, if you have a friend or family member who eats their veggies but still feels their strength slipping away, please share this video with them. This is how you take control. Start with your very next meal and subscribe, because in our next video, we're revealing the one super spice that can boost your body's natural muscle-building hormone by over 30% according to clinical studies. You won't want to miss it.